Yo, yo, yo. What's up, everybody? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Excuse me. Sorry we're late. It's a bit of a rough morning for me. But we're here. Right? That's what matters. That's what matters. It's good to see you guys. Kayla, what's up, my friend? Day off today, yeah? Day off, Kayla. Yeah. Man, Thursday, off Thursday, work Friday, off Saturday. It's a weird split, man. It's a weird split. Excuse me. I hope that you're getting a chill day today, though. Play some Hogwarts, are you? Probably. It's good to see you guys. Sorry, man. Sorry for the late start. But we'll get it. We'll get it. I'm still trying to kick this thing, man. It really got me. I felt it coming on, man, those first few days, and I really thought I slept it off and got rid of it, and then, man, it really came back and hit me hard. So, I'm trying to push through it, and we'll get there, man. We'll get there. So, again, good to see you guys. Happy Saturday. We've got February 11th edition of Video Gaming News, which we'll hop into just shortly here, and we'll play some more. It'll be day 5, yeah, day 5 for us. Basically, day 5. The first day we played wasn't very long, but day 5 of Hogwarts Legacy, and we haven't gotten full days of gameplay for the most part, just because I've been feeling under the weather. But we're still gonna call it day 5 because that's what we're doing. So let's get in here. Let's check out the news that we got for today. Let's see what's going on in the world of video gaming. Yes, let's see what's up. First of all, this is what we're jamming out to this morning, by the way. Jamming out to some Subnautica vibes, yeah. That's what we're listening to. We're going to play this later this year, too. Survival, exploration, base building type game, mostly underwater, aquatic environment. It's supposed to be very, very good. We're going to be playing the base game and the big expansion Below Zero. So, looking forward to it. Have been wanting to play this for a long time. The soundtrack's really good too, though. Yeah. So, go check it out if you're digging what you're listening to. Okay. Go ahead. Got that music. Let's get into the news, baby. Let's go. Yeah. I figured you were already playing. Oh yeah. My bad. Did I mess you up? I hope I didn't mess you up. Oh, okay, good. User error. Story of my life, dude. Story of my life. Oh God. Well, I hope it wasn't me, and you're just being nice. I hope it wasn't me. Sorry if it was. It looks like there's a Trans Witch Games Bundle, which is being promoted as an alternative to Hogwarts Legacy for all the people that are having issues playing the game because of their reasons behind not wanting to support the title due to its ties to J.K. Rowling. Okay, so we'll take a look at that. Barely missed it, dude. I'm not even flying in the game yet, so we got to get there. We're going to be pushing some more mainline story stuff today, so hopefully we'll get there before too long. We'll figure it out. We'll get there. I did, by the way, I came across a really nice guide/discussion post on Steam last night that incorporated some settings that people could try out. I figured it would be a really nice thing to utilize, and I'm looking forward to getting it incorporated in my playthrough. I figured now that we're they're letting us explore outside the castle, we'll probably be coming across the flying stuff before too long, hopefully. But we just got to keep pushing main quests. I keep getting so sidetracked with side quest stuff. That's why all these games like this, dude, I get really sidetracked with side quest stuff. So it's hard for me to want to maintain the main story quest line when there's so much cool stuff to look at. along the ways. You know what I mean? So I got to just try to stay focused for a little bit. But there's I posted the guide in the main channel of our Discord, uh, the tavern. So if anybody is playing on PC and you're having any kind of issues, I will let you know how the changes worked for me this morning. Um, because I incorporated, there's some changes that work for the one of the configuration files for the game, as well as some NVIDIA settings and making sure that you've got like uh, rebar stuff turned on, resize bar stuff turned on, stuff like that. Yeah. So, yeah, dude, Kayla, I'm the same way. Dude, I don't want to do main quest stuff till I get side quest stuff done. I'm like that in all the RPGs I play, man. So we're very right here with each other, you know. Um, so I'll let everybody know how it feels once we start playing the game today. If it gives me any, there are a lot of people online going, dude, this has fixed my issues. So I'm hopeful that some of the things that I incorporated in it yesterday actually do something good. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, we've already talked about this past couple of days. Fans of old school Game Boy stuff, old school Nintendo handheld stuff, Game Boys, titles, things like that. It's gonna end up becoming all the way up through probably DS and stuff like that. But right now, it's just old school like Game Boy Advance titles such as that are being added to Switch Online, which is a huge deal for a lot of people. A lot of people love those old titles, and that's a big deal, man. Oh, it's thanks, Kayla. It's not your fault, man. I mean, man, I'm resting up. It's just lingering, dude. It sucks. I'm 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 doing the best I can to medicate and rest up. And I'm not doing long streams or anything like that. You know, it's just one of those deals, man. Happens. Yeah, I hate being sick, man. I hate it. But I'm just trying to push through, man. I appreciate it though. Yeah. Switch Cell makes one of the best games, just 199. We'll take a look at that. Yo, Ghost, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Happy Saturday, friendo. New Xbox deal is giving away free games. Take a look at that. By the way, yesterday's news segment just got posted this morning because I had some. We looked at some AEW stuff yesterday. There was an AEW trailer, and it got blocked, man. Whenever I tried to upload it to YouTube, there was a bunch of AEW content that was just part of the trailer for the game, but it got blocked in a bunch of regions. So I ended up having to clip out a bunch of stuff out of the news segment yesterday. So I wasn't able to get it posted last night. Um, but I was able to get it posted this morning. So if you didn't see yesterday's news segment, it is up on YouTube now. I couldn't get it up last night. There was a bunch of copyright stuff it got hit for because of one of the trailers we looked at. So sorry about that. Take Two CEOs offer a cryptic release date for GTA 6. Meh. It's probably not worth looking into, but we'll pull it up. Apex Legends Revelry patch notes are now live. See what's going on there. We already know. We've talked about it. I'm not going to dive into that. The Division 2 season 11's delayed. Is there still a lot of people play the Division 2? I literally played the Division 2 on release. I couldn't even stick through the first season, dude. It just got boring. I just fell out of it. I think it was like maybe once the second season hit, I was like, yeah, I'm done. It was kind of the same way with the Division 1 for me. Yeah, so if you haven't heard, Tears of the Kingdom is going to be coming out at $70 price point, $70 US. Convert that to your region, right? So, Nintendo's trying to go, this isn't going to be the norm. This absolutely will be the norm for any game that they feel like they can get people to pay $70 for. Their high tier titles are going to be $70 moving forward. Understand that. So we're talking about like any kind of big name titles that come out moving forward, whether most like big Mario titles, whether it be like a new Mario Kart or Mario Odyssey, new Mario Odyssey game, new Zelda games that come out, probably Splatoon games, things of that nature. Those are going to be $70 a pop moving forward. Animal Crossing, new Animal Crossing games, $70 a pop moving forward. So they're trying to make it seem like they're not going to be doing this with most of their games. Don't buy into that. They're still going to be releasing games at a $60 price point, but it's going to be their lower tier games. All their like big first party Nintendo game stuff, $70 moving forward, which feels terrible, but greed, good stuff. Call of Duty is reportedly a full-fledged release. What? Was it never? We'll take a look at that, see what that's about. What is this? Oh, that's funny. I'm not going to dive into this, but apparently Kojima says he would have had to entirely rewrite like Death Stranding 2's story if Ellie Fanning had turned him down. Interesting. Let's go to our other news search here. Oh, man. Sorry, guys. I've already been saying this, dude. I'm not even going to dive into this. Look, I've already been talking about how I really think that Ubisoft's going to get bought. Yo, gamer, what's up, buddy? Happy Saturday, dude. Are you working today? You're working today, aren't you? Can you just stay home and just like relax, please? Sorry, guys. What's up, brother? Um, Ubisoft was, really thought of as one of the mega developers slash publishers that would probably sell or could quite potentially have sold last year. this year they're in an even more dire position. I've been saying this ever since the beginning of the year. I really think they do end up selling this year. There's a bigger potential for Ubisoft to sell than anybody else, you know. So, it doesn't mean they actually will, no, but there's a good chance of it. I think the biggest hurdle here is finding a company that's willing to take on their mess. They've got, from what we've read, they've already kind of been testing the waters, reaching out to other companies to see who might be interested in taking them over, and at what price point and stuff. There aren't very many willing because of the mess that they are right now. And again, what I've been saying the whole time is I don't think there are nearly as many other companies looking to take them over for their development as much as their IPs, you know? Yeah, I know, gamer. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry, dude. If I had enough to give you to have you stay home and not have to go to work today, dude, I'd do it, you know? Would you think they would reset everything and change devs if they do sell? What do you mean, Ghost? Well, I mean, if they sell, they won't be Ubisoft as a developer anymore. They might maintain that name potentially, but quite possibly, because that's the way things work quite often, right? But this is kind of a I think I know where you're headed with that, and let me discuss it real quick. There's different ways in which this usually goes down. Usually, when it's a smaller developer that gets taken over by a little bit bigger developer, the name either goes away or gets meshed in with the other company. Take, for instance, like Blizzard and Activision. Those used to be two different companies, right? Blizzard and Activision used to be two different developers. And then Activision bought Blizzard, and then they combined the names, right? And it turned into Activision Blizzard. Yeah? Now, also take into consideration that and large in part, whenever that happened, a lot of Blizzard didn't change. Really. You know, they still maintained a lot of their workforce. They continued to work on their own games and do their own thing, and Activision continued to do their own thing as well. It just turned into one big company. Now, Blizzard absolutely changed over the years. Don't get me wrong. I've talked about that a lot, but that's a whole different thing. But now with like Microsoft trying to buy Activision Blizzard, that entire company would be under Microsoft moving forward, and Microsoft would probably be going in and like breaking that company down and restructuring it, and there would be more some things would remain the same. Like obviously, the teams working on like Call of Duty and stuff like that are going to remain. One second. So, you love the Assassin's Creed route and hate to see it change again. I mean, it's hard to tell. So, I mean, I guess that's kind of where I was getting at, right? Um, we've already kind of heard that like Assassin's Creed is trying to get back to its roots again. If you didn't know that, you know, so they're trying to like kind of revert back to a lot of what the game used to be in its early years, as opposed to what it had kind of transitioned into being over the last number of iterations of that series. So it's hard to tell, man. It really is. It depends on who would end up buying them and what their overall viewpoint on taking over the company and what would need to change within the company would be, right? Ubisoft's not in a good state. It's just not. So part of that's just going to be, it's hard to tell. It really is. But this is the thing. If anybody's going to be buying Ubisoft, they're going to be buying Ubisoft primarily for for their current long-standing, very well-known, very successful IPs. Assassin's Creed is one of them. You talk about Far Cry and the Tom Clancy stuff, things of that nature. So they're going to, obviously, whoever buys is going to be having some kind of, significant oversight, and they'll be owning all the development on those games moving forward. So if they think there are things that need to change in those titles moving forward, they're going to make them change. If they don't, then they won't, right? So it's hard to tell. It would depend on who buys them. And ultimately, at this point, if I was going to speculate, Tencent already owns a large portion. They've already invested a lot of money in Ubisoft. So Tencent is a good prediction for somebody that could buy in there, as well as a company such as Embracer. Embracer is a company out of Europe that buys out a lot of other developers because they want those IPs. And but I don't know if Embracer is necessarily going to be wanting to take on the mess that Ubisoft is. I think that's the big hurdle there. I don't think there's a lot of companies that want to take on the mess that Ubisoft is right now. And I also think that Ubisoft's going to be expecting companies to pay more than what Ubisoft's actually worth right now. Their stock has dropped significantly. And the Guillemot family is going to expect, I think, suitors to pay more than what a lot of corporations are going to say they're worth. So we'll just have to see how it goes. It's hard to tell, man. It really is. Sometimes companies get bought out and they maintain that name, and the parent company just kind of oversees things and goes, as long as you're able to do good work and as long as you're able to do good work and show us that you can, they're going to have oversight. They're going to make some structural changes in that company and things like that. But as far as the development teams that are on those games and stuff, they'll probably just let them do their thing unless things start going south. But if things start going south, then they'll start stepping in and going, all right, we're gonna take control here. So confused how it dropped. It's really mind-boggling. It's not really. It's really not. So I think Ubisoft is showing what's going to happen to a lot of other companies that can't find ways to come up with new, unique software for people to play. Ubisoft has done a good job over the years at being able to pump out the games that they've always been good at pumping out. And I've been talking about this for a while. There are a lot of companies, whether you talk about Square Enix leaning on titles like Final Fantasy, or you talk about Ubisoft leaning on titles like Far Cry and Assassin's Creed or what have you. I think there's only so much you can do to keep leaning on that stuff and not come up with quality, unique gaming for people to keep wanting to invest in your company for, right? There are a lot of people that love Assassin's Creed, but I can tell you for a fact from myself and from other people that I've talked to, Assassin's Creed just had its 15th year anniversary. There are 12 mainline entries, in that series and 17 spin-offs. That's 30 titles, 30 Assassin's Creed titles, not to mention the 4 in development over a 15-year period. That is very, very polluted. And yeah, I mean, I think there's something to be said for, like, cool, yeah, obviously, you want to keep producing titles for the fans of a series that love that series, and a series that's going to be profitable for you and successful for you. But there's a good and a bad way to go about it. If you just keep pumping them out to where it doesn't seem like, where it seems to people from the outside that have never taken a dive into it, because that's who I am, right? I've never taken a dive, and I know that other people have told me there's some really, really good entries to the Assassin's Creed series, but without ever experiencing one or anything like that, and you see, it's very daunting looking from the outside in, from wanting to get into a series like that with so many titles in such a really a short period of time. You know what I mean? So I think that's one of the issues, is just leaning too heavy and producing too much in a short period of time and not allowing people to get hyped about individual titles, as well as they haven't done a good job at being able to show people that over the past decade, really, or at least especially the past 5 to 7 years, being able to create a lot of unique stuff, like you take a look at, they've had a lot of issues, man, with like their development process. You talk about something like Skull and Bones, right? Just a second, gamer, and I'll address that. Yeah. So you take a look at something like Skull and Bones, and uh, I've been covering the gaming industry stuff for in the news for over a year now in the channel, just doing news every single morning, and I can tell you there are some key indicators for certain developers that just show that there's not a real smooth uh, development process for a lot of their gaming stuff that they're making, and it seems like Ubisoft goes through that quite often. And one of their worst shows of it is something like Skull and Bones, where you've had 5 delays, 6 delays now. No, it's 6 delays, 6 or 7 delays, 6 delays, I think, over a period of 4.5 to 5 years, and they just they're having a tough time creating new IPs, So not only that, but they've had some other bad stuff happen within their company, like a lot of sexual harassment lawsuits that have come up. They've had reports of really bad crunch culture, which is not good, not taking care of their employees, things like that. There's a lot of stuff that can come together in a to be a culmination of things that are like a storm that can really be pretty bad in taking a company down a notch, and I think Ubisoft's going through a lot of it right now. So I think their inability to really create a whole lot of new, unique software, quality content that people are going to buy into. I don't think they're able to do that right now. They're having a hard time creating new titles that people find fun. They've been leaning on the same titles for a long time. And they've had internal strife, dude, in their company itself. There's a lot of things that have come together to kind of really bring Ubisoft to this point, I think, Uh, mhm. Yeah, that's one of the things I've heard as well, and we've read about that. The world's being overfilled with things to do. It's kind of daunting for some people, yeah. Yeah, you're never going to be able to please everybody. That's for sure. But I think that's where Ubisoft's finding their struggles right now. You know, I think that's where Ubisoft's struggling right now. They don't. They the only real successes that they're having is within their mainline entries that they've done for so long. Still, and they're trying to find ways to be more appealing to the fan bases that they still have that still play those games. So I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you, gamer. Yeah, I mean, I've heard the same thing from people that the worlds are too big now. The worlds are too daunting. There's too much to do. It takes too much time to get through them. Da 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 da. And I talk about this a lot with video game worlds, especially open world games, which most developers are moving towards an open world environment for gaming. Um, there are good and bad ways to do open worlds, right? If you do an open world game, it needs to have incorporations in it, which makes it feel like you're always able to. It doesn't feel repetitive. The Witcher, The Witcher's open world felt repetitive. There was a lot of different like what do they call those? They were like question marks all over the map. Question marks all over the map. And if you were just going to go like search out all those question marks, it was always like basically the same thing. It was like a monster nest, or it was some kind of treasure chest, or something like that. And it was just after a while, dude, it just felt really, really repetitive. So open world developers doing open world games have to understand that, and it's not an easy thing to do, but if you're going to be doing an open world game, making things feel very fresh and not repetitive and fun and interesting, even if it takes a long time to get the game done, that's much more enticing for people to keep playing a game if it feels nice and intriguing and entertaining all the way through, rather than here we go again, basically like the same thing I've been doing the whole time. um, so there's something to be said for developers doing things in that fashion and trying to keep things interesting and fresh. And I haven't played the Assassin's Creed stuff, but I have heard people say that they have been a bit turned off by how big the world's gotten, and how long it takes to get through the games, as opposed to. But you're right, dude. You can't make everybody happy. They're gonna make this new game. I mean, I'm right there with you, gamer. They're gonna make this new game, which is Assassin's Creed Mirage. It's supposed to be a more of a throwback to the way the old AC games used to be, and then you're gonna have people go, "Well, man, I wish they would have made this game the way that the later, the latest open world games were." you know, you're never gonna be able to appease everybody, but I would assume that Ubisoft, being the company they are, and they are a large company, they have big divisions that are dedicated to marketing and surveying and apparently, man, the overall consensus from what the feedback they've been getting is that they need to get back to the roots a little bit, which is, I would assume, why they're doing it. You know what I mean? That's all I could really assume on that front. So we'll see how it goes for them. But look, I mean, whether you talk about Ubisoft and the issues that they're having and why they are failing so hard right now, I'll tell you the same. I see other companies falling into the same kind of issues. Like Square Enix has been a long time fan. I'm a long time fan of Square Enix, and there are things about Square Enix that seem to be falling down the same hole that Ubisoft's been going down. With leaning on titles, not worrying about content. It's not the same exact reasons, but there's things about what Square's doing right now that really scares me. I think it scares a lot of other people, and I think that Square Enix's content is going to suffer, and it's going to show, and they're going to start failing as well because of it. So there are just some indicators, Now, we've seen, this is not the first time we've ever seen a large corporation, a large developer lose sight, lose track, and start, tumbling a bit. It's happened quite often, actually. But I think Ubi is just the most recent.
Disappointed!
Yeah, I know. I think Ubi is just the most recent, and they are a huge company, so it's like neon lights, kind of. It's up in everybody's face right now that they're really, really struggling, and they've hit more of some really rough times than some of these other companies have so far. So does it mean they'll sell out? No, but I think that the potential for them to sell is very, very great. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. That's my take anyways, man. Sony's going to be dropping a State of Play soon. Big showcase prior to E3. If E3 even happens this year. By the way, Sony is not going to be at E3, which is why they're going to be doing a big showcase prior to E3. Nintendo will not be at E3 either, nor will Xbox. All right? They are all done being part of E3 for the foreseeable future. We've talked about this, but we'll see when the State of Play is so we can try to watch it, okay? Gamer, you're absolutely right. If you pivot to try to, appease certain, gamers with a certain mindset about the way something's supposed to be, you're gonna end up, not appealing to the group of people that were cool with the way things were, So then they're gonna, probably a lot of those gamers are gonna be like, well, now I don't like this, and now you need to change it back. You never can please everybody, Yeah, you can't please them all, right, Miss Bat? Exactly, man. What's up, Miss Bat? How are you? Happy Saturday. What's in the box? What's in the box? How you doing, my friend? Sorry, guys. We talked about this. I don't know how this fool has. I mean, you talk about a company that has dealt with its own issues. Activision Blizzard, all the crap that has come out about the terrible way that company was managed, and the entire time Bobby Kotick was the CEO of it. How this fool has been at the top of this company still this entire time. All this stuff has come out about how terribly run this company was. Man, I have no idea. And if Microsoft ends up being able to buy Activision Blizzard, if the first thing they do isn't get rid of Bobby Kotick, I'll be so pissed off. Because I have no idea how this fool has stayed at the top of that company this whole time. It's beyond me. I don't understand it. All the crap that's come out about who he is and how he was actually well aware of the kind of things that was going on in the company, and he's still there after all these other people have been fired, dude, I have no idea. It is beyond me. Enjoying a bit of quiet before everyone else wakes up. Word. I'm okay. I'm just trying to get over this sickness, man. Um, so thanks for asking. I'm glad you're good. This indie is a fast-paced, low-poly video game. What? Like Divinity, huh? Oh, let's take a look at that. We got a lot of CRPG fans, man, myself included. So let's take a look at that. All right, we'll just stick with this for today. Stick with this. Huh. Dude, my head's a mess. You know, I saw Kayla say hi, Alicia, and the first thing that popped in my head was bye, Felicia. So, Sony reportedly dropping a state of play soon. All right. Last few weeks have been surprisingly busy in terms of video game news. Microsoft delivering their first Xbox and Bethesda developer direct in late January, which was then followed by a big Nintendo direct. You get that all the time, do you? That's funny. Oh man. Which is then followed by a big Nintendo direct this past Wednesday. Yeah. So what about Sony? They don't want to let Microsoft and Nintendo grab all the early 2023 headlines, right? According to incorrigible leaker Jeff Grubb on the latest episode of Game Mess Decides podcast, Sony does indeed have some irons in the fire. Per Grubb, we can expect a new PlayStation State of Play sometime soon, although that will be fairly low key. Thankfully, there's apparently a reason for that, as Sony is said to be holding stuff back as they have plans for a full-on E3 season PlayStation Showcase. That's because they will not be doing E3. Okay? So, E3 season is at least a better way to address this. I would say Summer Showcase for PlayStation, okay? Are you serious? That hurts, but that's hilarious. Oh, dude, that's so funny. There's going to be a PlayStation State of Play pretty soon. Even more games announced now. Don't get your hopes up too high. Apparently, it's going to be pretty low-key State of Play, but soon, let's say in a month or so, maybe a little sooner. Okay. Yeah. There's going to be a PlayStation Showcase that'll likely come before E3's time. Yeah. Look, here's the deal. A lot of gaming. I said this dude, over a year ago. I touted this, and I kind of predicted this, that even if E3 came back, a lot of the bigger gaming developers and publishers aren't going to be a part of it anymore. They can't trust it. They can't trust E3 as a convention and a showcase anymore to actually happen, because E3 has not actually happened for 3 years now. They keep canceling and going, yo, we'll be back next year, and then they cancel again. So what has been a result of that is all of these big gaming developers and publishers have realized that they don't need E3 anymore. They can hold their own showcases and in collaboration with their partners and stuff like that, and it works out just fine. So rather than wait around and see if E3 is actually holding their event, they just plan and get their own stuff together and keep doing what they've been doing over the past 3 years. And sure enough, a few weeks ago, we found out that Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation all came out and basically notified everybody they will not be part of E3. So this is not real. Them not being, or them having a showcase just before E3 happens is not mind-blowing. We already knew this was going to happen. But the fact they're going to have some kind of like low-key state of play within the next month, we'll keep track. And we'll watch it live on stream as long as it happens sometime within or around whenever we're normally live, okay? I ran into an older lady at the store a couple weeks ago, and she was an absolute treat, dude. She was so nice, and I was looking for something for my wife. I surprised my wife at work, man. I took some stuff to my wife. I took her some like flowers and some candy and stuff, just because I'm a real sweet dude, and I hadn't done anything like that in a while. But I was like over there by a lot of the that kind of stuff, and this older lady was like picking stuff out for I think a grandkid or something, and she was like, "Which one of these stuffed animals looks nicer?" And she's just out of nowhere was like asking me these questions, and uh, and so we had a little talk, and she was just so flippin' sweet, dude. She was so cute. She got into this whole talk with me about like what my favorite color was and what that meant about me, and it was so funny, dude. She was adorable. Uh, let's see here. This indie is a fast-paced, low-poly video game, Divinity: Original Sin. Huh. Stolen Realm is a turn-based RPG that draws inspiration from some of the best in the genre. As the tactical depth of Divinity: Original Sin, fast-paced action, and loot that gives off big Diablo vibes, and a low-poly aesthetic and hex grid style akin to the stunning virtual tabletop RPG for the king. Yo, Metal, what's up, buddy? The game is described on Steam as a simultaneous turn-based tactical dungeon raider with action RPG elements. Basically, this changes the traditional turn-based formula by allowing all of your party members and enemies to perform their actions at the same time, resulting in fast-paced and engaging yet no less strategy-rich encounters. You can venture out looking for loot alone or with a group of friends. A Stolen Realm supports online co-op for up to 6 players. Others can easily step in to lend a hand at any time, thanks to the drop-in, drop-off system that escalates battles based on how many of your friends join you. You also have a wide range of classes to choose from, with an option to stick with more traditional RPG types like fighters and wizards, or get a bit more creative with, say, a spellcasting assassin or shadow-infused gentleman. The game launched in early access in October of 2021, and first impressions are encouraging, with the preview currently having a very positive user rating on Steam. Since then, developer Burst of Flame Entertainment has been spending time adding new content and fixes ahead of the full release on PC, Xbox, and Switch, which has been scaled down to Q2 of 2023. The latest update removes the transition between the map and battles for a smoother experience and adds 3 new areas to explore. Our goal with Stolen Realm is to focus on the core appeal of RPGs, explains the developer. We want to make sure players are always in the fight, looting, and making interesting decisions with the freedom to visit their friends whenever they want. Huh. Having lunch? Just woke up? What are you eating, Doug? What was this called? Stolen Realm, dude. Let's look at this real quick. Anybody seen this? Anybody played this? Interesting. I think we've seen this before. Yeah, we've seen this. Dude, if that was a Pillars of Eternity move if I've ever seen one. A couple of grilled meats with rice. Nice, dude. Sounds good. Oh, that was dope, dude. Get yeeted, son. Bro, that character got jacked. Hold on. Yeah, dude, people are liking this. Interesting. Ah. Ah. Interesting. Cool, man. Stolen Realm. Nice. I'm alright, dude. I've been sick. I
got the black lung, Pop.
Yeah, I've been sick, dude. But it's cool, man. It happens, you know. These dang kids, these dirty little kids I got running around here, dude. I blame the kids. Blame the kids for everything, you know what I mean? Other than that, dude, I'm solid. I'm just trying to push through this sickness, dude. Been doing some. Yeah, absolutely, brother. Yeah, dude. I'm just trying to push through it, dude. I've been doing like. Sorry. Been doing some shorter stream days, trying to rest up and everything, man. It's been a. I felt beat up for about 3 days, man, and I was still streaming and everything. I just felt real lethargic, man. Like, didn't have any energy or anything. I had a little bit of like head congestion, but I felt like I slept it off, dude. I was resting a lot, and then for like 2 days, I felt really good. And then all of a sudden, dude, it hit me again, and I had a sore throat, and my head just got real bad. So it was like I thought I was over it, and then it slammed me again, dude. So I mean, I'm not terrible. I've felt way worse than this. It's just like I can't breathe through my nose, dude. I've got a headache all the time. Not like a bad one, but it's just real annoying, and I've got cough and stuff now, so it sucks. Yeah, it just feels gross, you know. Just feels gross. That game looks cool though. But I get to come hang out with you guys every day, which makes me feel better. Yeah, thanks, dude. No, I appreciate it, man. Get to hang out with you. Super cool peeps, dude. New Xbox deal is giving away free games. A new Xbox Store deal is giving away free games, but of course, there's a catch. The Xbox Store isn't exactly known. What have you been up, man? How you been? How you been, dude? Isn't exactly known for its sales or deals. While Steam remains the king of sales and deals, I don't know. Epic, I would say, is the gives Epic gives away free games all the time. So, I mean, is that not a great deal? Sorry, dude. Epic gives away free games all the time, dude. If you're talking about sales, then yeah, Steam does sales quite often. But deals, free games, you know what I mean? Been weird. Sometimes weird's good, though. Depends on how weird, dude. I'm sorry if it's bad weird, man. PlayStation Store and Nintendo eShop are slowly but surely closing the gap. The Xbox Store not so much, which makes it even more notable when a great deal surfaces via the digital storefront. The latest noteworthy Xbox deal comes courtesy of EA. Sorry, I just had to recalibrate. Which has brought back its buy one game, get a second free deal. Oh, sick. Now, between yeah, it was Wick. Yeah, dang it, Wick. Between now and February 13th, a select number of EA games are available to download for free. All you need to do is buy another EA game from a select list of games. Look, EA does have some good single-player titles, though. All you need to do is buy another EA game from a select list of games. It's a classic buy one, get one free deal, which is very uncommon on digital console storefronts. Typically, you need to shop retail at GameStop or Walmart or Target to get in on these types of deals. As you would expect, the latest EA games aren't included, but some fairly recent releases, more specifically, the following games are included. Battlefront 2, Battlefield 5, Battlefield 1, Need for Speed Payback, Hot Pursuit Remastered, Heat, Titanfall, Titanfall 2, Plants and Zombies, GW2, Way Out, Unravel 1 and 2, Dragon Age Inquisition, dude, Battlefield, and Plants and Zombies Battle for Neighborville. Can't go wrong with many of these games, but Dragon Age Inquisition is perhaps the best bang for your buck in terms of content and quality. Speaking of quality, Titanfall 2 and A Way Out are also great shouts. Yeah. Deal's only available until February 13th, which means if the deal has expired, it's probably because you're reading at this after that date. 2 days left, guys. So if you're interested, I'll throw this in chat, okay? There you go. Take-Two CEO just dropped a cryptic GTA 6 release date clue, huh? We'll see. Video game industry is shrouded in secrecy as numerous projects are developed quietly behind closed doors. That doesn't stop the leaks from happening, though. And few are infamous as the GTA 6 leak from September of last year. That wasn't just a leak. That was a hack and leak, dude. Arguably the most substantial leak in video game history in terms of volume, as over 90 videos of early footage were shared around the world. Despite this, the leak doesn't seem to have impacted the game's development schedule. According to a statement from Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick, a great sign for players looking forward to GTA 6. Not yet, but dude, I've got some stuff that some settings that I tried last night. I found a guide on Steam last night, and I put it in the main channel. I mean, I got it running as smooth as I could, but I found a guide last night for some other settings and stuff outside of the game, messing with the config file a little bit, things like that. Making sure some other settings for like NVIDIA were set up correctly and things, and I incorporated all of that last night. I haven't turned the game on yet since though, because I was really beat up last night with the sickness. But I did. I threw it in the. There's a link to the guide in the main channel, so you guys can take a look at what I did if you're having any issues on PC as well. So we'll see this morning how it works. Okay. We take leaks. Yeah, dude. No doubt. As part of the interview with IGN, Strauss Zelnick said he doesn't think the leaks will impact the business side of GTA 6. Take leaks very seriously indeed, and they disappoint all of us. It's really frustrating and upsetting to the team. However, as a business matter, we're not affected, but as a personal matter and an emotional matter, our teams are affected. With that in mind, we can infer that GTA 6's developmental time hasn't shifted. Based on Zelnick's statement, it's possible GTA 6's development is coming along smoothly, could be ready to launch sooner than some might expect. Yeah. This is just a lot of speculation, ultimately, guys. It's unclear when GTA 6 will be ready to ship. It is possible Rockstar will reveal more later this year with a possible 2024 release date. A lot of speculation, dude. Well, that doesn't actually surprise me, dude. Yeah, I mean, there's some really weird stuff going on with the game, and like I said, it's just not optimized for PC. There are people that are like running the game just fine with like 1060s and like, you know, way lower RAM rates than I have, or RAM capacity than I have. So it's like, and then there are people that, dude, can't even get the game to run hardly at all with 4080s. You know what I mean? I've been looking at all kinds of stuff online, dude. So that doesn't surprise me at all, Metal. Like I said, I've been telling everybody, I guess I feel lucky enough that I was able to get some settings in game to get the game run at a fairly consistent 60 frame rate. Even though I'm still having like pretty consistent situations where the game will just start tanking all of a sudden for like about 5 to 10 seconds at a time. All of a sudden the game will just tank frames and stutter real bad, and then it'll just like flatline again up at 60. And it's not optimized for PC, dude. It's just not. That's the thing about PC, right? Is you get a lot of there's a lot of different hardware that comes together in each individual setup, and it's not an easy thing to do. But if a game's going to release on PC, dude, it should feel good on everybody's PC. And I can understand like a few hiccups here and there or whatever for some unforeseen things, but this title was not ready for PC drop. There's too many people having issues, man. And the thing is, I mean, there are people with like 64 gigs of RAM, 4080s, like way over what you would need to run the game, and are having significant issues. And then there are people like you that don't, yeah, it's coming out on last gen consoles, and then it'll be on Switch later after that. So previous gen consoles are coming up in like what I think March, and then Switch will be like a month or two after that, something to that effect. I don't remember the dates. So I don't know. The console versions of the game right now on like Xbox Series X and S and PS5 have been, from what I understand, relatively without issue. But I mean, we talk about this all the time. If it releases on any platform, it should feel good. It shouldn't feel bad, and that sucks. So the thing is, like, we'll see how it plays for me today, but it shouldn't take people having to go into their configuration file and change stuff. It shouldn't take people having to, go through all kinds of different NVIDIA settings and try all kinds of different stuff to get it to run smoothly on each individual platform or whatever, or each individual rig that people have to try to get it to run smoothly. That's just a very, very obvious issue with the game not being optimized from the developer for PC release. And that's not fair, dude. It feels bad. That shouldn't be on the consumer. That's on the developer, And I've been telling everybody, dude, I've been waiting since I started playing this on the 7th. I've been waiting for any kind of, it didn't even need to be a patch. It just needed to be some kind of news come out from Avalanche on like Steam or whatever, going like, look, we know people are having issues. We're trying to figure it out. Dude, they've released nothing. It's 4 days now. They've released nothing trying to like communicate with the community that's playing their game on PC, going, we know people are having issues. We're trying to figure it out. Give us some time. Nothing even like as far as that. And that's terrible. Apex Legends Revelry patch notes now live. Keith, what's up, buddy? Yo, Keith, thanks again, man. I meant to shout you out before. Dude, my headspace is so jacked, dude, from being sick. But thanks again for that sub yesterday, my friend. I really appreciate that. How you been, dude? What's up? Patch notes for Apex Legends Revelry are now available. Respawn also released a new trailer detailing the battle pass for the Revelry. The update is scheduled to go live on February 14th for the PlayStation 4, PS5, Xbox One, Series X and S, Switch, and PC via the EA app and Steam. You can check out more details below. Time to party in style with the Revelry Battle Pass. Today, Respawn Entertainment released a brand new Battle Pass trailer for the upcoming Apex Legends Revelry. Players can strut their stuff as Crypto in this Technocrat at level 25 and swoop in at level 50 with Valkyrie's Heartbeat Harmonizer. The Frenzied Frequency Legendary G7 Scout brings the heat, and players can unlock epic skins for Bloodhound, Mirage, and Loba. Complete the Revelry Battle Pass to unlock the Reactive Headliner and After Party Mastiff skins, while also unlocking new music packs, loading screens, emotes, banner frames, and charms. We'll watch it real quick. Check it.
When it's time to show up, you better show out.
Wanna fly?
Woo! Oh, yeah! And in these games, bring the party. The legendary Do It Loud.
Yo, if you haven't heard, by the way, they are shutting down the mobile version of Apex and Battlefield.
Cool, calm, and calculated. Crypto.
I love Apex, dude, but it hates my PC.
With the Technocrat.
It crashes my PC.
I'm always watching.
I don't know why.
The legendary Frenzied Frequency G7.
It likes it. I love Apex, but it does not like my hardware.
So good.
Access denied.
For some reason. It's the only game that's ever done that. Just crashes my PC all consistently.
Ready to pull some G's.
Valkyrie's new Heartbeat Harmonizer legendary skin.
And I saw all kinds of stuff online of other people having that same issue.
And
I went as far as like, dude, I did all kinds of like flicking through my error logs and stuff, trying to find out what it was. It kept seeming like it was some kind of driver issue. Dude, I did everything. I went as far as to totally re-imaging my entire PC with a fresh operating system.
Bloodhound, Mirage, and Rampart should help with
Reinstalled all brand new drivers afterwards and stuff too.
Best way to show off the gear.
Same exact thing. Still just crashed everything.
With a variety of weapon skins, gun charms,
I was like, I'm done, dude.
And emotes.
I'm not
Every
investing any
match
more
is
time
a
into
chance
this.
to keep the party going.
Let's get rowdy.
With the Revelry Battle Pass.
I'll steal more than just your heart.
Metal.
Your journey ends here, Legends.
I like
Pressing wish
Apex,
to go
dude. It's a dope
quietly
game.
into the night.
But
Some were born to run.
it
Others
hates
have
my
a
PC, dude.
higher purpose.
I don't know why. The only game I've ever played on this PC that just crashes my PC constantly. I don't know why. I did so much troubleshooting, dude. Couldn't figure it out. And like I said, I'm not the only person, man. I saw all kinds of forums and stuff online with people having the same kind of issues where it was just like same stuff for a lot of other people too. It was like, Jesus. Weird stuff, man. There you go. If you need more, I'll throw this in chat. I would love to be able to still play it, but it just doesn't work for me. Division 2 Season 11 delayed because Ubisoft is locked out of the game. What? We cannot update the game until the system has been rebuilt. What? Wait. What? Ubi has announced that the next season of the Division 2 has been delayed due to an issue that's preventing the developer from issuing server or client-side updates. Bro, we were just talking about like all the issues that Ubi's been having and everything. Dog, what is going on inside this company, man? In a statement published yesterday, Ubisoft announced that while it was trying to fix a localization issue that caused Season 11 to be delayed, it unintentionally found another error that crashed the game's build generation system. As a result, we cannot update the game until the system has been rebuilt. In the past, when a season was delayed, we extended the previous season's activities, explained Ubi. Unfortunately, this is not possible in the current situation, as we are unable to make server or client-side updates until the build generation is restored. While Ubi has been able to restore critical aspects of the system over the last 4 days, the Division 2 is currently down for unscheduled maintenance for roughly 3 hours, suggesting that issues may have been resolved. The update's patch notes make no reference to Division 2's build generation issue, instead listing a number of fixes to improve the game's stability. But we deeply appreciate your understanding and patience, and we will share our in-game compensation plan details soon. Said the studio, adding that it will issue another update on the situation today. That was yesterday. Not the first time Ubi has caused issues with its own games. Earlier in the month, it was reported that Ubi had broken Steam Deck compatibility in a number of its games, including the Division 2, by releasing an update for its third-party launcher. Yep, I remember reading about that in the news. In other gaming news, Ubisoft has announced that it will be working with Northumbria police to tackle extreme cases of toxicity in gaming. This was actually really cool. This is a good play by Ubi. I really like this. We read about this a couple days ago in the news. That's great. That's great. So good on Ubi for that. But dude, they're a mess, dog. Thought Riot was doo-doo. Dude, Ubi is a hot mess right now. 2023's Call of Duty is reportedly a full-fledged release from Sledgehammer Games. Title doesn't have a name yet, but it's still reportedly aiming to launch in November. Following the confirmation from Activision that 2023's Call of Duty game would be a premium expansion to Modern Warfare 2, a recent report claims the title is now a full-fledged game of its own. Really? After the release of Modern Warfare 2 last year, rumors began suggesting that 2023's Call of Duty game would be a premium expansion to Modern Warfare 2, one that focuses on Ghost, brings back maps from the original Modern Warfare trilogy. Activision later confirmed that 2023's game would be full premium, but didn't give any details beyond that, supporting the rumors that it was an expansion. Seems those plans have changed, however. As reported by Insider Gaming, 2023's Call of Duty is now a full-fledged release from Sledgehammer. Although it still appears to be linked to Modern Warfare, Insider Gaming reports that the project changed direction to be a full standalone game that's planned to release later this year. The report claims that details on the game are pretty slim right now, but that it's heavily connected to Modern Warfare, which seems to support rumors of a game focusing on Ghost. The title of the game isn't decided yet, but it's suggested that it could end up being called Modern Warfare 3. Insider Gaming also claims that players can expect a lot of remastered maps for multiplayer, again supporting previous rumors that suggested maps from the original games would be included. Even though the game doesn't even have a name yet, Insider Gaming claims that there are already planned dates for the game, including a first beta weekend from October 6th to October 10th. We'll be doing Scaretober at that time. You guys ready? I don't even know what we're playing. I don't know all of what we're playing yet. We have a few games picked out. We might have to start playing Resident Evil games. Um, we're gonna have to wait till we get a little bit closer to October to decide what we're playing though, because I think we might maybe we'll get some Silent Hill stuff this year. We'll see. Even though the game doesn't have a name yet, Insider Gaming claims that there are already planned dates for the game. Yeah, beta weekend, October 6th to October 10th. Campaign early access from November 2nd, and a full release currently planned for November 10th. The report also claims that 2023's Call of Duty will also launch on last generation consoles, which makes sense considering Modern Warfare 2 also did. Okay, interesting, man. Interesting. All right, here you go. Look. For all the people out there that have decided to take a stance against Hogwarts Legacy, okay, you know, and I understand it. I do not agree with J.K. Rowling's sentiments against the trans community. This community is all welcoming. We love everybody. We want everybody to feel safe here, and I get it. But if there are people out there that feel strongly enough that, you know, Hogwarts Legacy is not worth investing in because even though J.K. Rowling did not have any kind of hand in the production of that game, she will ultimately benefit from royalties off of it, then there's a Trans Witch Games bundle as a cool alternative to Hogwarts Legacy, okay? And the Trans Witches Are Witches is a collection of magic-themed games, designs, and music by LGBTQ creators. For the same amount of money that you could have spent on Hogwarts Legacy, you can buy 60 not... Cap it, dude. I know, dude. I know. Bro, you weren't even here. Yeah, you were here. You were here when it happened, right? When we got yeah, you were here. Yeah, it's wild, dude. It's wild. You can buy 69 Kappa items. Heh. What's up, Syke? Made by independent queer artists. All right. Yeah, I'm not, dude. We've talked enough about. I'm not gonna get into. We know why people are not wanting to play Hogwarts Legacy. I respect it, dude. You know. But there are a lot of people that, you know, they've loved this world for a long time, way before she expressed her sentiments and everything. People have to understand this is not just black and white. This is a gray area. A lot of gray area around this, okay? 24 of these games are digital, while 41 titles are physical tabletop games. Magic Trick allows you to skateboard as an adorable witch. Tarot Theo's Quest is a pixel-based JRPG where you collect tarot cards. Casting Hearts is a witchy dating sim about anxiety. The bundle even includes You Are a Wizard, a magical platformer designed by the lead developer of the critically acclaimed Extreme Meat Punks Forever. If you can't afford the sticker price of $60, there's an alternative bundle available for $10. At the time of the writing, the bundle has raised nearly $5,000. It'll be available until February 24th. All right, all the links are in here if you're interested. Humble Bundle. Yeah. I mean, that's the, you know, I've been, yeah, dude. I think that's what's, you know, like kind of absurd about it is if that's where you want to go with it, dude. And that's what I was saying. It was like, well, then, you know, if that's the case, dude, then all bookstores need to be, you know, boycotted because all bookstores have the Harry Potter books. You know, it's like, where does it, you know, where does it, it's not like, and again, I would even say that like if I knew that this was actually a game that was that Rowling played a large part in producing or directing or whatever, then I'd be probably more hesitant to play it just because I don't agree with those sentiments. You know what I mean? But it's not that's not the case. And I don't know, man. It's everybody. You know, there are a lot of people that are trying to like turn this into something to make a stance with, and trying to project onto other people that, like, if you play this game, then you hate trans people. And that's not fair, dude. That is not fair at all. Right, exactly, Miss Bat. And that's what I'm saying. And I mean, I think Kayla actually, she summed it up beautifully the other day and very concise. She was like, look, this is a world that I fell in love with a long time ago before Rowling ever expressed these sentiments. And it was something that got me through a very tough time in my life, And so, therefore, I love the universe for what it is and for what it got me through at a point in my life that I needed it. And that's why I love it. It has nothing to do with who the creator is, And I don't even know exactly what the sentiments were. Apparently, there was some transphobic things, and if that's the case, dude, I disagree wholeheartedly. If there were transphobic sentiments that were expressed by J.K. Rowling, dude, I disagree wholeheartedly. I don't agree. But it doesn't mean that again, if she was like a big part of the producing, directing, and creation of this game, then I would probably be more hesitant to play it because it would have much more in part to do with her. And it's just unfortunate that an amazing universe like this people just can't enjoy it. It sucks. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We've talked enough about it. I'm not gonna dive into it anymore. Well, I mean, and look, here's the way I feel about it. Look, yeah, I mean, obviously people are outside of a very small, population or percentage of people that are born with, both male and female. People are always going to be born one way or another, but there are a lot of people that get born into a situation they're never comfortable with, and they don't ever, they don't ever feel like they are that. And I mean, I can't understand it. I've never felt that way, but I can only assume that feeling that way is terrible, you know? So, I think that's the main thing for me is that, like, people try to understand that, seeing things from other people's point of view is a very important thing, right? And just because you don't understand somebody else that may be going through that thing doesn't mean that it's not an absolutely terribly, draining, and it's got to be terrible for people's mental health, and to be born into a gender that you don't identify with, and to be going through that kind of identity crisis and stuff for a large portion of your life. It's got to be a very, very terrible thing to deal with. You know what I mean? So I think it's important. I mean, this is like what the premise of this community has always been about, is trying to see things from other people's point of view, be civilized about things, and it's okay to be different, right? It's okay to be different. And again, I have nobody in my life that I actually know has dealt with, close to me or anything like that, that's dealt with that kind of thing. But I think it's just important for people to show an amount of empathy and trying to understand where maybe some of these people are coming from that have had to deal with these things. Instead of just going, you're different and that's bad, And so as long as people are just trying to live their best lives, and they're not pushing their views or beliefs or whatever on other people, and they're not harming other people or spreading toxicity and hate or whatever, then whatever. Just be good people, dude. Just be good people. I don't know. It just seems like it's such a hard thing for so many people to come to grips with, and just trying to be nice, loving individuals instead of being filled with hate because other people are different than them. I don't get it. It's really weird. So I think the main thing that comes with it is just people are so scared of things that they don't understand. That people are so scared of things that they don't understand. They haven't especially things like this that because they it's hard for people to grasp because people that haven't dealt with it in their own lives, they go, well, that's wrong because I haven't dealt with that. That's not me. That's wrong. That's not the right way to look at things, man. You know? Could you imagine if it was you and having all these other people point fingers at you and go, you're wrong for feeling that way. You're wrong for being born into an identity that you don't, has always felt wrong to you, that you don't identify with, things like that. I can only imagine how terrible that would feel, and to always feel like an outcast, and how mentally unhealthy it would be for an individual. It would be terrible. So I don't know, man. I just prompt people to try to be a little bit more understanding, as long as people are just trying to live their best lives, man. If they're not trying to hurt you, if they're not pushing hateful, toxic views on you or other people, and they're just trying to live their best lives, and they're actually good people and they're loving people, then there's nothing wrong, man. I don't see anything wrong. But here's that link. Last article I have, guys. So, if you want to, if you have anything that I haven't talked about that could be good for the video gaming news segment, then shoot it at me, man, and we'll have a discussion before we pop into playing some Hogwarts Legacy. Cool. Switch sale makes one of the best games just $1.99. A new Nintendo eShop sale has made one of the greatest games on Switch, Switch Lite and Switch. So basically, those Switch, these are literally just the same device, just little differences. Just $2 US. That's cheaper than a 10-pack of pencil erasers on Amazon, and as cheap as anything on the Nintendo eShop right now. You can't buy much for $2, let alone a Hall of Fame level game. But between now and February 26th, you can snatch Inside. Ooh, yeah, dude, good game. From Playdead Games for this price. This is the cheapest we've ever seen the game on the Nintendo eShop. The puzzle platformer with some light horror elements came out on June 29, 2016. When it did, it was actually an Xbox One exclusive. Upon release, it garnered a 93 on Metacritic. Between now and the present, it comes to PC, PS4, mobile devices, and Nintendo Switch. Come to the end of 2016, Inside was recognized as one of the best games of its year, and much like its predecessor, Limbo, it's widely considered one of the best games of all time, especially within its genre. In fact, it and its predecessor very much carved out the specific atmospheric puzzle platformer subgenre that's very popular in the present day. Haunted and alone, a boy finds himself drawn into the center of a dark project, reads an official blurb about the game. Inside is a dark narrative-driven platformer combining intense action with challenging puzzles. It has been critically acclaimed for its moody art style, ambient soundtrack, and unsettling atmosphere. In addition to $2, Switch users will have to sacrifice 1.5 gigs of space to download the game. For this and $2, you get the game, which supports all 3 modes of play and the following language options: English, French, German, Italian, Japanese, Portuguese, Russian, and Spanish. All right. This is a very renowned good game. Think like Little Nightmares, if you know that, if you're not familiar with Inside. And I'll link this so you guys can take a look at it, okay? There you go. It's supposed to be a very good game. This is one I haven't played yet, but I own it. It's kind of been one of those games that I've kept back pocket for a while, so that maybe during Scaretober, if we needed a little quick game to throw in. Oh yeah. So this Inside is also part of what's the was it Limbo? Did they talk about it in here? Did I read it and I'm just that out of it right now? Yeah, Limbo. Predecessor Limbo. They do a combo pack. I actually, I think Wick grabbed this, dude. They do a combo pack on Steam if you guys, and it'll go on sale sometimes. Yeah, Inside and Limbo. These are both supposed to be very good. Same developer. Side-scrolling platformer kind of. Think Little Nightmares if you know what that game is. And quite often, this will go down. If you wait for a good Steam sale, if you play on PC, you can get this pack of games for a good price. Yeah. I'll just let you watch this real quick. We've already got it started. Little Nightmares 1 was great. Little Nightmares 2 was a piece of trash. Little Nightmares 2, I have flushed very, very few games in my time. And Little Nightmares 2, well, I think this came out before Little Nightmares. July 2016. Yeah, it came out before Little Nightmares. So Little Nightmares actually looks like it. Why would you have a feeling I would hate that? I loved Little Nightmares 1. Why would you say that, Syke? I loved Little Nightmares 1. Little Nightmares 2 was trash. Little Nightmares 2 was trash because it was developed very poorly. Yeah. Yeah, Little Nightmares 1 was great. Little Nightmares 2 was terrible because it was like there was all kinds of bugs in the game that made it just feel terrible. Oh, yeah, no, yeah. Don't make me laugh, dude. It hurts. God dang it, Pinky. What's up, dude? Sorry, guys. Yeah, no, the first Little Nightmares was great, dude. I loved it. But the second one was just, I almost flushed the second one because it was so bad, bug-wise. There was like quest items in the game and stuff, or like items that you needed to get in the game to progress that were just like invisible and didn't show up or didn't spawn in the game. It happened numerous times. It was a hot, buggy, glitchy mess, dude. I hated it. I came so close to flushing that game numerous times. Do not recommend Little Nightmares 2. Don't waste your money on that game. Yeah. But, yeah. This is supposed to be really good. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So, it's $2 on the Switch if you want to play it. That would be a really good little Switch title, too. You got it for free? Dude, I got it for free, too. Yo, it's random mode time. Perfect. Hot Pocket. All right, that's what I got, guys. That's the news. Them's the news, dude. Them's the breaks. That's cookies that have crumbled. That's how things go down. That's Saturday. All right. That's Saturday. Oh, God. Nice. Yeah, get him in there. Yeah. Looking for that nom. Nom. All right, man. You guys rock, dude. We're going to go play some Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah. So thank you guys. You're amazing. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being part of what we do here. Appreciate it. And thanks for being part of the news. So we're going to move on. We're going to go play some Hogwarts Legacy. But if anybody is checking out this content later on as either a highlight on the Twitch channel or a VOD on the YouTube channel, I don't know. See what you can do about coming and hanging out with myself. Nice, dude. Myself and the rest of the amazing people that are part of this community whenever we go live at 6 a.m. CST every single day. We start off all of our streams with video gaming news before we head into whatever gaming content that we've got planned to play for the rest of the day. Okay. Other than that, stay healthy, stay safe, be kind. Happy Saturday. We will catch everybody tomorrow for February 12th edition of Video Gaming News and more Hogwarts Legacy. Cool?